Our next storyteller is resilient and creative. She is a lover and a mother. She is the kind of community leader that stepped into her calling because life made it clear that this was the path and now was the time. And Nitoriya, resilient and strong, stepped into the challenge with determination. She might not call herself a community leader, but it is clear by her story and her passion that she is just getting started. The proud owner of a 5-star childcare program in Franklin County, Ohio, she provides high-quality childcare and education while advocating for equity in the early childhood years for families, children, and ECE professionals. Her passion is rooted in her belief that all children and families should have equitable access to high-quality childcare, resources, services, and benefits, and that all ECE professionals deserve equitable compensation, benefits, and respect. And she is giving her time and her energy to make that happen. Introducing Ms. Nitoriya Goff to the stage.
Well, thank you for that introduction, Bridget. Hello, everyone. As Bridget stated, my name is Nitoriya Goff. I can remember back as far as the age of 9 being the first time that I cared for a relative's child. At the age of 13, I recall being in the 8th grade. I had a 1-year-old cousin named Maria. Maria was a bright spirit. She always wore 2 big puff girl ponytails on the side of her head and one in the back. She had the brightest smile, and she was just a very playful child. I had a 3-month-old nephew named Ladarian, who we called Peanut. Peanut had the biggest, brightest brown eyes. He had this smooth brown skin, and he was just a bundle of joy. His gummy smile just really took a lot of, a lot of emotion. It just took, you on a journey. I think his smile just held so much joy. Every day during school, I wondered what Maria and Peanut were doing. A lot of the times my thoughts would distract me during the times that I would be was supposed to be paying attention during class. I would sit at my single desk with a wood top, 4th row back from the front of the classroom, 2 desks away from the window. I would look out the window just wondering what they were doing while I was at school. I would wonder about Maria, would she be ready for me when I got home? She loved to go and play at the swing set, so I would just picture her running, laughing while I was chasing her, and her little legs just running. I would think about my nephew as he laid in his bassinet, smiling, wiggling, kicking his legs so that I could pick him up. I would repeatedly look at the clock, praying that the bell would hurry up and ring so that I could get on the bus and get home to them. When the bell finally did ring, I was the first person that shot up and got to the school bus, got in my seat, and eagerly waited until we got to my stop. After I would get off of the bus, I would walk home, and though I felt the weight of my book bag bearing on my back, I really didn't think about it much. I thought about, what the kids would eat when I got home from school. I would think about, would it be time for my nephew's bottle? Would Maria want to go outside and play and get pushed in her little red and yellow Flintstone car, is what we called it? I dearly and truly loved helping my sister and my aunt care for their children. The love of the caring for children grew with me. I became the family and friends babysitter. Watching the children grow, learn, and play was a very exciting time for me, whether it was one of my own relatives' children or family friends' children. Witnessing a lot of their first milestones, like seeing them roll for the first time, hold their head up for the first time, sit up for the first time, crawl or say their first word, and take their first steps, claimed a special place in my heart. I continued to care for children as a teen. When I graduated high school, I went to work for a child care center. For several years, I worked in child care centers, and I held a job as a home health aide caring for elderly clients throughout Columbus and surrounding areas. In that time, I also went to career college for medical assisting. I graduated with honors, holding a 4.0 GPA. Fast forward 13 years from the 8th grade in the year of 2013. I was home getting ready for work. At that time, I was still working as a home health aide. I put on my pink and blue Winnie the Pooh scrub top, put on my blue scrub pants, and I remember standing in the mirror and I sprayed on my peony body spray. I sat it down and I started doing my hair. Immediately, the smell was overpowering. It was just stronger than ever. I stripped that top off and I began throwing up. After my stomach settled from throwing up, I just sat on my bed and I just sat and thought. And I'm like, no way. So I grabbed my cell phone off of my dresser and I checked the date. Yeah. I called my boyfriend and said, you need to get off work, come home, bring a pregnancy test with you because I think I'm pregnant. Sure enough, the pregnancy test came back positive. So I didn't believe it. I said, well, let's go to the doctors. We went into the doctors, and once again, the pregnancy test came back positive. Every day after learning that I was pregnant, a lot of thoughts ran through my mind. I remembered all the growth and experience that I had caring for my relatives' children and others' children. I started thinking about things like how long would it take for someone to know what my baby would need? What if I missed something while a part of my baby's development while I was at work? What if something happened and I couldn't get to my baby while I was at work? What would happen to our bond from me working? It's just so many thoughts that flooded my mind. So I decided that no one else could take care of my child like I could. I decided that I would open my own child care program. I decided that I was going to be the mother there every step of the way. There was absolutely no way that I was giving up being a mother in my fullest capacity. Having all the experience of helping care for family children, as I stated, I decided to start the work of opening my own home child care program. I researched all of the qualifications to be a home-based child care professional. After I found what I was looking for, I printed off my application and began taking all the classes that I needed. In February of 2014, we welcomed my son, Isaiah, into the world as I laid on the surgery table after my C-section and heard Isaiah's cry for the first time. My heart filled with so many emotions. All I could think was, hurry up and give me my baby. Here he was with his fine jet black hair, beautiful brown skin, his tiny little body in my arms. Holding him in that moment, I knew that I never wanted to leave his side. I went back to work as a home health aide when Isaiah was 8 weeks old. In July of 2014, I completed my background check for licensing as a home-based child care professional and submitted my application to ODJFS. While I waited for my licensing inspection, I searched for and brought everything that I would need to have a welcoming and nurturing environment for the children and to promote their optimal growth and development. When Isaiah was 9 months old, I learned that I was pregnant again with Faith. I was so happy that I made the decision to open my child care program where I could genuinely pour into children, such as my own and others, so that they could have a safe, loving, nurturing, and rich environment that they could explore, learn, and grow. I left my job as a home health aide in September of 2014 and went back to work for a child care center as a preschool teacher. I enrolled my son there and often visit him in the preschool, the infant room. In January of 2015, I had my licensing visit and passed. In March of 2015, I received my license to operate as a Type B licensed child care professional serving up to 6 children at once. 3 months later, after our home opened as a child care program in June, we welcomed my daughter Faith into the world. Again, my heart was filled with so many emotions. Here, this beautiful, smooth-skinned child was with her tiny body in my arms, and she has smooth, jet black hair just as Isaiah did. Again, I felt and knew that my decision was perfect. I had 2 loves of my life that I will be with any day, any time of the day, any time that I want him. Experiencing the first time of them lifting their heads, grasping with their hands, making their first utterance, their first roll, crawling, walking, and so much more is irreplaceable. It took me back to the memories of caring for my relatives' children in my early years and others' children. Since then, I have expanded my program's license capacity. Today, I am a Type A childcare professional. I can serve up to 12 children at once. And I would like to add this. I was able to hire my mother and remove her from someone else's work environment. Mothers like myself do not have to wonder about all the things that rambled through my mind when I learned that I was soon to be a parent. I tried my best to capture those moments for parents in pictures or photos that I was worried about missing. This is why I opened my heart and my home to serve the children, the needs of the children and family in the community. It has been challenging, but yet rewarding. I have grown to know how a mother loves so deeply and gives when she is full or when she is empty. I have grown to know, I hope that other professionals who embark on this journey know their why for providing high-quality child care and learning experiences will be a great part of why generations of children will thrive throughout their lifespan, years after being in an early program. Thank you.